Hello my YouTube friend, this is Not Mechanic Kid, and today I'm working on a 2015 Nissan Rogue. And what I'm going to be doing, I am going to be doing the front brake pads. Now, jack up your car. Make sure when you jack up your car, you don't only depend on your jack. Also use jack stand. Also what you want to do is you want to open the master cylinder. And what you want to do is put a paper towel there for when you press the caliper piston. What's going to happen is that the brake fluid is going to come up. We call that the Timmy towel. The next thing we're going to do is remove the tire. So now what we're going to do is remove the tire, and what you need is a 21mm socket. And like I said, don't only depend on your jack. You also got to have jack stands. So I'm going to remove this tire and let's get this job going. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this way like this so I can get access to the bolts that are here. We have two of them here. So we're going to turn it. Now that we turned it, we got better access to these bolts that are here. There's two of them. But the only one I'm going to remove is only this one. And I'm going to bring it up. And what I'm going to do, you're going to look in here. Right in here. And all you're going to do is just take this. Be careful that you don't mess up the rotors. We're not changing the rotors. If we was changing the rotors, it doesn't matter. So what you want to do is just get a little space between the brake pad and the rotors, and just, there you go, see that? Move it just a little bit out so you can be able to take this easily. So let's remove this. It's a 14mm bolt here. Now, if you was going to take everything out, clean it up, you take everything apart. And now what you're going to do is just pick it up. See how easy it was once you move the caliper piston in. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove these brake pads. But first, I want to share something with you. I made a video on it, so make sure you watch it. I might leave the link below. On a 2015 Nissan Rogue, they have different calipers and different brake pads. So make sure you watch that video. If you have a 2015, you may have one of these right here that carry these pins right here in the brake pads. But these are different. If you notice, it doesn't have no pin nowhere around. But the new ones I got gonna have pins here. And in some other models, like I said, it's very important you have these pins here. So watch the video that I'm going to put the link below. So let's continue with this. We're going to remove this brake pads, and you can put your screwdriver, and there you go. Just remember the orientation is going. Then you got this one, and you see right here, this metal piece, that's for the brake indicator when it wears out. As you see in this one, don't have no brake pads at all. So now what you want to do is check this. If they move freely, you don't got to take it off now. Put some grease on it. This one is moving freely. Now, so what we're going to do now is we're going to compress the caliper pistons. And all you have to do is just put a brake pad there, the old brake pads. And you want to compress them, because if you don't compress them, what's going to happen is you're not going to be able to put your new brake pads in. I'll say it again. Make sure you watch that video, because it's very important if you have a 2015 Nissan Rogue. And you see how it's pressing? And once you press it, what happens is that the brake fluid is going to go to the master cylinder and it's going to go to the tissue, to the Timmy Tower. So make sure that it goes all the way in. One is all the way in. Maybe, yep, it's all the way in. You probably just want to put some brake cleaner. Clean it up. Alright, now that that's in, what we're going to do is remove the hardware now. You see we got these hardwares here. Push it down. There it goes. The top. You got the other ones. It's New York for you. Look at this rust. Okay. Now what you want to do is clean up here. Some brake cleaner. You also want to clean up the top. Okay, so now that's clean. What we're going to do is put the hardware. If I can find where I put them at. So now we're going to put the hardware. So now you see this, these brackets have a metal piece in here. This metal piece goes in the inside. See that? Right in there. So all you have to do is just go in and make sure you hear them click, push them down. Okay. Now the other one, the same thing. The other one, all you have to do is just make sure, let me just show you like this. These holes goes right here in this metal piece that's sticking out. And all you have to do is just push them in. There it goes. There goes the metal piece in there. Now, we're going to do what we call the 007. We usually do with a Q-tip, but I don't have no Q-tip. With a Q-tip, what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of grease and you're going to put it right there. Not much. Now we're going to take the brake pads. You see this? This goes in the middle of this right here. Wanted to give you a better view. So you see the gap here? What you're going to do, you're going to take this and you're going to put it in. And then once it's in, don't push it all the way in. Then you're going to take this one and you're just going to push it. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So now we're going to do this side here and we're going to do the same thing. before that, this is the one that go inside. What you want to do is you want to put the wear indicator, and that's this right here. And all you're going to do is just press it in. Now remember, this wear indicator has to go out. Okay, so what we're going to do is, sorry, I should have put it in the top. Let's put it in the top better. Same thing. Push it. Make sure it goes in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put these brake pads, the back one. Let's do the top first. And then we're going to do the bottom. So what happens is that with these brake pads, there's a metal piece here, the metal from the bracket. So once you do it, you got to push it in. And once you push it in, your brake pads are going to go right in. There it goes. It went back in. So let me just show you what I was pushing in. So when you're putting it in, let's say this is like this, right? It's like this. So what happens is when you try to put the brake pad, this metal piece right here gets in the way. So you need a screwdriver to try to push it back. And once you push it back, your brake pads go in. So we already checked this. But if this was not moving freely, you put grease. Then you want to try this one. That one is moving freely. So now all you're going to do is just, nope. This one came with this metal pieces. And you got hoses here. One hole here. And one hole there. And then you have this one here. And this one right there. So now, once you put them in, you're going to see that it's going to try to spread out. So what you do is just hold it and then bring your caliper down easy. Make sure you fit it in there. There it goes. Push this back. Make sure you see these things right here. These things right here. Make sure that when you push it in, it locks right there. So now we're going to start using our ratchet. Make sure you put your screw in. So now you just want to go. Now what you want to do is just go tie it and just a little bit. And even though that you didn't touch this one, you want to check it too just to see. And there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to press the brake pads. This is very, very, very important. You have to press your brake pads until you feel them really, really hard. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to close the master cylinder when I'm pressing the brakes. And you should feel this very, very hard. As you notice, I pressed the brakes and they are very, very hard now. And also look, out of the master cylinder when I compress the caliper piston. See that? That's the fluid that it came off. So this is how you change the front brake pads on a 2015 Nissan Rogue. So once again, this is Non-Mechanic. If you have any comments or questions, please post them down below or contact me on nonmechanic101@yahoo.com. That is nonmechanic101@yahoo.com. And remember, if Non-Mechanic can do it, you can do it. Later.